Oh, hello. My name is Adam Florence. I'm a culinary arts instructor at Thompson Rivers University, and today I'm going to teach you how to make lemon tarts or tarte au citron. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the tart dough. So we're going to take our 250 grams of flour and we're going to sift that together. Then we are going to do a creaming method with our softened butter. Again, having all the ingredients at room temperature will help this dish to mix more evenly. So we're going to take our 100 grams of butter and 100 grams of icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. And with the paddle attachment, we are going to mix this all together. A pinch of salt. We add a pinch of salt to this. So what I'm going to do is add 3 eggs at room temperature. Just slow down the mixer, add my eggs in one at a time, just bringing everything together. Scrape down the sides. Everything is mixed together evenly before we add the flour. Because once we add our flour, we're going to be very careful we don't over mix it, otherwise we're going to end up with a tough tart dough. So give it a good mix to make sure everything is together. 1, 2, 3. Just very carefully add all my flour into the bowl. Give this a mix. And now just help combine. So now I want to lay out a piece of saran wrap. Get my dough onto the saran wrap right in the middle. So using a spatula, I'm going to scrape down, make sure I got everything together, and with one movement, so I've got my pad of dough. I'm going to put this into the fridge for at least half an hour, ideally more, just to get everything together and nice and ready to roll out. Alright, part 2, we are going to make our lemon curd or lemon filling here. So I have 3 eggs, 135 grams of regular sugar, granulated sugar, 2 lemons, and some 33% milk fat whipping cream. I've got a microplane, you can use this or the small part of a box grater, but I'm going to take the lemon zest, my sugar in there, and that's going to absorb some of the oils and flavor the sugar. Because we're taking the zest, we also want to make sure that we washed our lemons. We don't know what they've come in contact with. So I'm going to cut my lemons in half, and I'm going to take the juice of 2 lemons with a little citrus reamer. My sugar and my eggs. Mix my eggs with the sugar. Add my lemon juice, 80 ml or 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream, 33% milk fat or higher. Whisk that all together. Alright, we've got lemon curd and now we've got tart dough. I'm going to roll out the tart dough next and we'll start putting it all together. Back from the fridge, nice and firmed up. The butter has hardened again. What I'm going to do now is create a vessel to hold all that lemon curd. So I need my dough. I need a rolling pin, one of your choice. You want the granny style one or the French. Some extra flour because I want to get a lot of flour on here so it doesn't stick. I need some tart shells. You can do little tart shells or you can use one large tart shell and a cutter. I need an offset spatula and a sheet pan to put them on. Also, I need to set my oven to 350 degrees to bake those tart shells, to set them up before we put the lemon curd in. Just put a little flour onto my work surface. Don't be shy with the flour. Make it rain with the flour. Put flour onto my rolling pin. And I'm going to start rolling out my tart dough. About 1/16 of an inch. There we go. Nice, give it a peel, nice even dough. Just cut out my shells. And there we go. So you kind of get one roll, so you want to maximize as many rounds as you can there. So I take my tart shell, Take my tart dough, ease it in. I don't want to stretch it because then it's going to shrink on me. Ease it into the tart shell, and then I can press down the sides, and then using my palm I can clean it up, and there I have one prepped tart shell. Alright, tart shells into the oven. Set that for 10 minutes. Alright, 10 minutes is up. Pull my tart shells out of the oven. It may take 12 minutes in your oven if you don't have convection, but we're still not looking for a brown color. We want them light and delicate so we can eat them with a fork. So now we want to take the tart shells out of the false bottom, because if we get a little bit of lemon curd in between the tart shell and this mold, good luck getting it out after. Next I'm going to take my lemon curd and I'm going to strain it just to make sure anything that I don't want in the lemon tart gets strained out. Back into a liquid measure to make it easier for pouring. And I'm going to fill the lemon tarts as far as I can go. Put it in there. I've also turned down my oven to 250 degrees. I think I've got about as much as I can get into these guys. Now if we see little bubbles, what we can do, there's any excuse to use a blowtorch. Take those extra bubbles off and into the oven at 250 degrees for about 16 minutes or until they've set, but maybe a little. Alright, so it's been about 18 to 20 minutes in the oven, flipping after 15. I can see my tarts are all set up. There's a little bit of wiggle in one of them, but that'll set up with the carryover cooking. So now I want to find a cool place that doesn't have a draft to let these guys set up. Our lemon tarts have completely cooled. Now they're just ready for consumption. Maybe I can find someone that'll eat them with me. One way to garnish them is to use some fresh fruit that's in season. So let's take a look. We're in luck. Looks like raspberries are in season.